You're on the best of the morning. Barnes, Leslie, and Jimmy. 99X.
Colin Hanks is coming on next. Here's the deal. He's about to call. He hasn't called yet. He's in L.A. or New York, one or the other, so he cannot hear us. He can't hear what's going on. We want everyone to call in. The Roswell fans, you can ask him a question, but everyone's got to have an accent.
Now, he plays Alex on Roswell.
And we know that it's kind of up in the air as to the future of the show, and a lot of fans are writing the network.
And we'll talk to him about that and get, and try to help them out. But
sure,
everybody's got to speak with an accent.
And I don't know if you just mentioned it or not. He is the son of Tom Hanks.
Yes.
I didn't know Tom had a son, and I guess Colin is like 20 years old.
It's from his first wife.
Like that.
Mm-hmm.
So
he had kids from his first wife.
I guess so. So there'll be stuff to talk to Colin Hanks about. If you call and ask him a question, like we said, has to be in an accent.
Any kind.
Make
English,
it an accent.
Australian, whatever. And do it. Do it straight. Don't laugh. Just if everyone's got an accent.
Now, do you think he'll catch on? Do you think he'll
comment on it
or comment on it?
I don't know. I don't know anything about Colin. I mean, I've never met him, so I don't know.
I say he does.
But doesn't say anything because he doesn't want to come off like...
I think he'll say something because most people who try to do accents don't do them well. And you can always tell when somebody's faking an accent.
Need you to call in, get some questions going for Colin Hanks, and have your accent ready. It's New Rock 99X. Atlanta, the #1 market for the WB. A lot of watchers of all the WB shows. Roswell, it's on the Vine. It's no secret there. It's in a very tentative position right now on the WB. It's moving to Monday night, so you're going to see what happens.
Starting tonight.
The public outcry, a lot of people are coming to support it, but you've got to support it by watching it. So if you're into it, show up in front of your TV. One of the stars, Colin Hanks, who plays Alex. Hey, Colin.
What's up?
How are you, sir?
Good. How you doing?
Doing very good.
Very nice.
So you know about that it's in a precarious position right now. The show is, kind of...
I'm reminded about it on a daily basis.
Now, we read this morning about 3,000 fans have sent letters and bottles of Tabasco to the network. You want to know what?
I got to admit, they've really gone to bat for us,
yeah.
And for that, I cannot thank them enough. This whole bottle campaign is just, it just makes me laugh. I just think it's so cool, and they really seem to dig the show, and that really makes us, although we are sort of nervous about this big move, it really does sort of make us feel a little bit better to know that, we got a core group of fans out there that really seem to be digging the show and really like the show and hope that it comes back.
I like the show.
Colin, what's weird, though, is when these shows have these public outcry sessions, why isn't it showing up in the ratings?
You want to know what? That is something that, the Nielsen ratings is something that I still to this day don't understand, and It's been explained to me about 5 million times. You saw it with Freaks and Geeks earlier this year, which was one of the best shows on TV, hands down, and yet it still got canceled. Because the thing is, no matter how much you tell people to watch it, if they don't have a Nielsen box, technically, the executives don't really look at that. They only look at the Nielsen ratings, which is something that, I don't understand.
Sometimes
I don't know anyone who's got a Nielsen box.
Don't you think it takes time, though, to build a following for a show?
It does. It definitely takes time, and I think that's one of the problems with the way that things are sort of run is that, shows don't really get some growing time and are able to grow a fan base. Yeah, and that's one of the reasons why I think we're so lucky is although we've only been on for a couple of months, fans really seem to be liking the show, and they're going to great lengths to bring publicity to it so that people know that about this show.
I watch it just so I can hear Dido at the beginning.
There it is. The old Dido opening theme song that brings them in.
What is your background? But before you did Roswell, I mean,
isn't this the debut? Your professional acting debut?
The first episode, the pilot for Roswell, was my acting debut. Besides that, I did theater in college and in high school, and that was about it. But it was about a year and a half ago that I said, okay, I'm really going to try and do this as a profession because I can't be a part-time college student anymore.
Were you leery using Hanks? Did you think the pressure?
I was thinking about maybe changing the name, but I think that just sort of would have been pointless, and I think that would have been a bigger arrow over my head. It's like, oh, he's got to, he felt he had to change his name. That's only going to make a bigger deal about it. So I figure, you want to know what? I like my name. I'm not embarrassed about it.
Yeah, I've never gotten it. It's like if my last name were Fonda.
Yeah.
You think I'd be dumping that
No,
name?
I
You're
know,
out of
but
your
also
mind.
the pressure's got to be immense, though. They're like, oh, this Tom
Right.
Hanks kid. All right, let's see what you got. Bring it.
Yeah, well, I was thinking about maybe changing my name to Estevez, but I didn't want to ride that train, so.
Very
good.
It comes up in every conversation, of course, right? I mean,
Yeah.
Your dad, and I don't know about you, Barnes, Leslie. I hear your speech pattern is very similar to your dad's.
Well, we grew up in the same house, or I grew up in
Kinda
his
cool.
house.
There
so.
you go.
All right, some fans are calling in. Hey, Jody, you are on with Colin Hanks.
This interview isn't over. More after a quick break. You can also find it and more on the Morning X with Barnes and Leslie podcast. You're inside the best of the Morning X.